Screw in there. There we go. Do you hear that, podcast listeners? You hear that? That's the sound of an after-show drink. Much deserved. I'm going to paint my nails. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Pure. It is the episode after a show. I just got done doing a show, my regular Thursday night show, and we decided to film afterwards. So this is a new kind of energy. I'm going to be, I didn't even wear any nails tonight, so I'm just going to paint them a little bit for you. And I also forgot that, okay, this is one thing I kind of forgot, y'all. The big things. I'm doing it's a podcast. So I feel like the majority of focus should be spent on the words coming out of my mouth and not necessarily the beautiful picture that you're seeing. Because a lot of you are just listening to this on audio. So if you can't see me, that's probably for the best. Sometimes it's better to just hear. Have you ever been talking to someone on the phone? I guess people don't do that too much anymore. Talk to someone on the phone and it's like going so well. Then you meet them in person and it's so fucking weird. I hate that. So maybe it'd be like that for us. Maybe if you saw me, podcast people, you wouldn't even speak to me. But now that you can't see me, you're listening. I have your full attention. I don't know what that says about you or me, but I'm painting my nails right now. Can you hear it? Hold on. Probably not so soft. It's so soft and delicate. You can see people that are watching. I'm painting my nails this beautiful color of I don't know, what do you call this? I would call this like pussy lips. Like that. It's like iridescent purple. It's like the blue waffle. It's like the blue waffle is what it is. Blue waffle, Y2K blue waffle. That is the color of these nails. Y2K blue waffle. Do you remember the blue waffle? Do you remember the blue waffle? If you don't know what the blue waffle is, early in the internet, early. If you Googled blue waffle, this picture of this woman's pussy would come up. That was so rotten. It looked like literally someone had taken a good waffle, made it real hot, like crunch it up, and then put blue berries, I guess, all over it, and just, it was raw. It was I believe it was a gangrenous pussy is what it was.
I thought it was all the STIs combined.
Oh my god. Okay,
that
probably is true. All the STIs combined at that time. In the 90s, there were a lot. Left untreated. Yeah. Okay, I've had every single STD in the book. I've never had a symptom of any of them. Ever. No symptom. No, I've never had a what do they call it? A discharge. I've never had a discharge. I've never had any pain. I've never had any sores on my hands. That's syphilis. My hair's never fallen out. I've never had. One thing I've never had is crabs. I've never had crabs. That's what I've heard that crabs are on their way out. Just because of soap. I really do. I think people aren't getting crabs because they're not on the boats getting scurvy. I guess people used to get crabs when in school. Is it like lice?
I think it's like lice.
What's the difference between crabs and lice, you wonder? Because crabs is an STD, but what's the difference? These have bugs. Is it an STD? Is crabs an STD?
I think so, just because it's in your pubic area.
Someone look that up. STIs. Yeah, I never hear about anyone having crabs, but then again, I guess you probably wouldn't hear about it very much. I talk about my STDs, but I heard someone had crabs. I would not be near them, because that's very contagious, I think. Right? Ugh. Crabs. I've never even had lice. I've never been one of those kids. I don't know if you had lice, listener, if you had lice, watcher, but if you did, that's pretty nasty. I think it's nasty. Maybe, but I guess a lot of people had it. I never did. I remember getting the lice checks. Do you remember getting lice checks? I don't know if they do this anymore. They'd get scotch tape and part your hair and put a little scotch tape on there. And if they came back and there were fucking mites in there, you had fucking lice. And you had to go home. You had to go home for the day, which was kind of cool. But then you had to go get, oh God. And I always saw the kids in the fucking aisle at the Kmart getting the lice treatment. Nasty. I'll go up there and buy a douche, no problem. But a lice kit, I would not. I'd be very embarrassed by that. I would be very embarrassed. I'd probably steal it. That way no one would know. But then you get caught. Oh my God, you get caught stealing a lice treatment. That'd be so embarrassing and so funny. I think they would understand. They'd have to understand. Although, I will tell you this. One time, I was at the Walmart, and I was heard, don't steal from Walmart. And I put some hangers, like 5 hangers in my cart. I bought a bunch of other stuff, but I forgot to ring up the 5 hangers. I'm walking out the 5 hangers, and these 2 uniformed people, plainclothes officers, I guess, rushed me. They said, "Come back here." They grabbed me. I'm like, "What's going on?" They put me in a back room with all these cameras, and they were like, "Listen, we know that you stole, and we could call the cops right now, or we could check this list." They had a list of offenders. They're like, "If you're on this list, we're going to call the cops. But if it's your first time, then you'll get put on this list, and if you ever do it again, you'll go to jail." I was not on the list. I'd never stolen from Walmart before. They let me go. I had to buy the hangers. And it was an honest mistake. But they were there. They were ready. They pounced on me. It was terrifying. It could have been a kidnapper. You know? It's kind of scary. They were just Walmart employees, though, I guess. They were plain clothes. Are we stopping? Are we good?
What?
I didn't know if you were doing something over there. Everyone,
Yeah.
live theater.
Bring the lights a little bit more.
This is the thing, too. So many things in our life are edited. Like, everything's trimmed. YouTube clips, everything's edited, joined together, that nothing is like, live theater hardly exists anymore. Like, mistakes happen. So in my world that I'm letting you into, I'm gonna let you know mistakes are going to happen all the time. That's kind of my life. My life is learning how to fucking deal with everything that's wrong being thrown at me at the same time. Everything's falling apart, but I'm still here-ish. Trying. Y'all, I got these pickles. Got a jar of pickles here. You hear that? Oh, yeah. That means that jar's open. You ain't gotta... Oh, having to open a jar is jarring sometimes. Literally. But I want to eat these pickles, but I just painted my nails. I think I should stick my nails into the pickle jar. But I really want to. I'm not just going to drink it. I thought about that. Maybe I will. Look at these pickles. These are... I don't know if we can show the brand. We may not show the brand. But they are baby kosher spicy. I love a spicy pickle. I love a Polish pickle. Oh, I have this great idea for a food truck, but I'm not going to tell it to y'all because someone will steal it. So I'm going to really do it. God, I really want... Hold on, let me see if I have something over here I can lance it with.
Get a fork.
I have a fork, of course, but let me see if there's something over here I can just lance it. This pin? No, it's a stylus. That's not going to work. Will you give me a fork?
Yeah.
Thank you. We're getting forks.
Where are they?
They're in the fucking... No, they're actually in the dishwasher. Dishwasher, yeah. Everyone, you know what's really hard to do? Dishes. All the time. But you know what's even harder to do? Is dirty dishes. Dirty dishes are rough, girl. I mean, yes, it sucks. It sucks to do dishes. It fucking sucks. But it sucks to do dirty dishes. Dirty, nasty, moldy fucking dishes. Oh, it's so disgusting. And that's what I had to deal with this past weekend. I neglected. Oh my God, my mouth is literally watering. A little bit of glitter in there, but goddamn, those are good. You know what's not good? Oh, this will get me every fucking time. When you get a little pickle like this, and you bite into it, and it's a bread and butter pickle. Oh, God, kill me. That's murder. It's like have you ever picked up a Coke thinking it was like a Sprite and then drank it and it's like shocked you? When you have a bread and butter fucking sweet pickle, when you think it's a sour pickle, oh, God. Miserable. Those are spicy. Spicy pickle. Oh my God, the spicy pickle and a blue waffle. You know what spicy pickle is too. That discharge spicy. I wonder if it tastes like anything.
Spicy pickle?
No, I know what a spicy pickle tastes like. I wonder if the gonorrhea discharge tastes like anything specific. That's disgusting. People know though. Some people know. Listeners, do you know? You don't have to say it out loud. Every time we talk, there'll probably be things that you have answers to that you don't want to say out loud. Just remember it. Keep your child alive inside. That's what I think. I remember things all the time that I shouldn't remember. Things that are bad. that we don't talk about in society, you know. It's like, everyone knows it happened. Or I think everyone had it happen. You don't really talk about it too much. Oh, today's episode is going to be called Stream of Conscious, because that's what we're doing. We're just going to go stream of conscious with you, the listener, trying to focus on my voice. And hi, audio, visual learners. You can see me too. You saw me eat that spicy pickle. You know what sometimes I like? Sometimes I love silence. Sometimes I really love silence. I work in a place, you know, my world is like constantly music, which is great. I love music. But man, I love it when people shut the fuck up and you're just like silent. Nothing. It's amazing. It's amazing. And it's something that people so have such a hard time with, but I love just silence. It's so nice. It's like, breathe. I don't know if you have silence in your life, but try to find a silent moment. It's hard for some people. Some people don't shut up. Probably like me, but some people, yeah. Some people, I think it's a generational thing. Some people can't be alone. Some people can't be in the quiet. They always have to have something distracting them, I think, from their probably kind of horrible lives. I think that's how your life gets horrible, right? That's how you don't ever look at it, so then it gets more and more and more bad and horrible. Like you keep the music on all day, so you don't have to listen to your life, but then tomorrow it only gets worse, right? I think tomorrow only gets worse if you don't deal with the shit today. It gets worse tomorrow, and then all of a sudden you're fucking a drag queen and fucking living life. No. I just think if you don't take silent moments for yourself, then you just get wrapped up in like the fucking world and the noises and everything, and it just compounds, and then all of a sudden you find yourself in a really shitty life. You gotta have silence moments for yourself, because if you don't take a moment for yourself, no one's gonna take a moment for you. I'll tell you that much, because no one gives a fuck about you, which is awesome and also shitty. Probably it's awesome if you think about it the right way. If you think that no one gives a shit about you, that gives you such freedom. You can do whatever the fuck you want. How cool is that? It's so cool. Yeah, you'll be alone. No one's paying attention, but why does someone paying attention to you like have any effect on like you living your life? And that shouldn't at all, because that just means that you're like you're doing things when people think about you a certain way when they look at you, like, God, that sounds exhausting. You've got to just like do your own thing, go your own way, like Fleetwood Mac says, go your own way, and just fucking don't listen. No one gives a shit about you. That's Jessica. Jessica gives a shit about me. Come here, kitty. Have y'all seen Jessica? Come here. I'm gonna show you my cat. She's probably like, maybe. She's a good cat. She'll come up here. Come here, little girl. She's like, I don't know if I want to be on TV yet. It's a podcast. They'll only hear you, good little girl. Little purrs. Meow. Oh my God. One of my favorite things about my cat is one of my favorite memories of her. Pickle breath. Is when I got her and she would come home. When I come home to feed her, she has this like little baby face and she'd be like, meow. Her face is so excited when like she gets fed for the first time. It's just so cute. Their little meow's so cute. I don't know. I never thought I would have a cat ever, and I'm not really a cat person, I don't think. But I went to my weed dealer's house one time, and there was this cat there, and I was like, you have a cat? And he's like, someone left it here. I'm like, someone left a cat at your house? He's like, yeah, I don't know. And I laid on his bed, and I was like, oh, that's weird. Smoked a blunt or something, you know, and this cat's on top of me, and he's like, hey, do you think you want that cat? And I'm like, no, I do not want a fucking cat. Absolutely not. I don't even have a home hardly. I can't have a cat. He was like, listen, I've got the litter box, I've got the cage, I've got food, I have everything. It's like, maybe one night, just take her for one night, and just like, you can bring her back tomorrow, it's fine, but like, I just need like a night, you know, where I don't have this random cat thrust upon me. And I was like, no. And then we smoked more weed, and I was like, okay. So I loaded her up, brought her to my apartment. Listen, I did not grow up with cats. We had dogs. We were dog people. My mom told me she had cats one time and they ate all the rats, but it was weird. I also had rats in my apartment. That's kind of why I was like, okay, because someone told me, and I don't know if, listen, I never saw a rat in my apartment. There was one in there, but that's another story. I heard them. I could hear them in the walls. It was terrifying. And someone told me that what you need to do is you need to get a cat, because the rats can sense the cat in the house and they will not come in. It's like evolutionary. They know to stay away from cats. My friend Zach, there was a mouse that died in a hole before coming out because there was a cat outside of it and knew it would die out there. So it died inside the hole, starved itself to death. Isn't that crazy? That's how scared they are. Cats are fucking beasts. Literally, they're faster than a snake. Their reflexes are faster than a snake bite. They're ninjas. They're little ninjas. But so, okay, I got this cat. She comes to my apartment. I let her out. Bitch, I let this cat out of the cage. I don't see it for 3 days. Literally 3 days. It immediately runs away, hides. And I got it clothes over. I'm like, wow, okay, this cat's surely going to come out. Day 1 goes by, no cat. Day 2 goes by, no cat. And I'm like, okay. I didn't feed her, didn't do anything. I didn't know where she was. And day 3 comes around and I'm like, okay, well, great. Now I have to get a dead cat on my clothes. Perfect. Fun. And I'm laying on the ground. I'm like, don't want to deal with this dead cat in my apartment. I'm like, fuck, I don't want to deal with this dead cat. Please don't let me deal with this dead cat. Smoking weed. And all of a sudden, I'm laying on my back and this little cat just jumps up on my chest. And I was like, oh my God, you're not dead. And we like imprinted on each other in that moment. I was like, look, girl, I got you. You'll never want for anything again. And we've been friends ever since. Her name was Princess Peach then, though. And I thought that was a cute name until I was like, Princess Peach. No, that's not gonna work. It's too long. And I just looked at her and her color is a muted orange, which is so cunty. And I was like, you're Jessica. Your name's Jessica. You're like that fucking girl from fucking 6th grade. Jessica, that bitch. That everyone, Jessica. That fucking cunt, Jessica. That's just who she is. Beautiful green eyes, but just a bitch. Just a bitch. Being a bitch is so powerful. When you can just be a cunt, a bitch, and just like, to me, the word being a bitch just means that you are a fucking charge motherfucker, no bullshit. Like, yeah, she's a bitch, but she's right. That's all it is. When you're a bitch, you're generally right about everything. You just have the balls to fucking say it and maybe aren't so nice and not worrying about like, what are people gonna think if I say this? No, be a bitch and say it. Be the baddest bitch. As Trina says, be the baddest bitch. Diamond Princess. Jessica's Diamond Princess. She's the cutest. She's so cute. Okay, her original name was Princess Peach with me, but then I got her adoption papers. You know what someone had named this cat? Arlene. Who names a cat Arlene? Like, who? Especially this gorgeous... Arlene? That's like naming it like Mavis or something. That's a very strange old lady name for a cat. Arlene. She's meant to not live, I don't think, but... I think she had a rough life before me. She appreciates things now. She's the best cat in the world. I think. I've never had any other ones, but seems pretty good to me. Let's take a break. And we're back with pure faggotry and pickles eating contest with our cat Jessica. If you're just joining us, you just missed the pickle eating contest with the cat Jessica. No, that's not what happened. But maybe you go back and listen. Jessica, actually, back to my cat, everyone. She does not eat any human. The only human food I've ever seen her eat ever is a blueberry muffin. I've tried to give her sushi, didn't like it. Tuna, didn't like it. What else have I tried to give her? What other things cat like? Milk, didn't like milk. But blueberry muffin she ate right up. That's so strange. So strange, right?
Plants.
Oh, she does chew on plants. She throws that up about once a month. Pretty hard. I think that's normal, though. Right? We all throw up like once a month, right? Oh, my God. Horrible. I hope not. But, if you are bulimic, I think you should go back to, like, 1987. I don't think anyone's bulimic anymore, right? I mean, I'm sure they are. I'm sorry. If you are bulimic, I'm sorry. I'm holding space for you. But I think you need to look at your teeth and think that that's not the smartest idea. Because throwing up is not the way to do it, girl. Cocaine, Pilates, salmonella. That's how you do it. Remember, cocaine, Pilates, salmonella. Way the perfect body. Every time the season changes, eat some bad chicken.
This guy one time told me that he had the six-pack, and I was like, how'd you get such good abs? And he's like, I got food poisoning.
It's true. Listen, the way to get a flat stomach sometimes is food poisoning, because you engage your core whenever you are shitting out both ends. I'm going to tell you that much. When it's coming out both ends, oh my God, I'll never forget. Quiznos. Remember Quiznos? I used to love Quiznos. But me and my friend one time, we got meatball subs from there. And we went home to watch a movie. This was in high school. We went back to watch a movie at her house. and we got sick. Sick, y'all. Oh my God. So sick. I remember she was in the bed. I was on the floor dying. She rolled off. She had to shit her pants so bad. She rolled off, but she couldn't like get herself up without shitting. She threw up, and then she opened the door, threw up in the fucking bedroom door, and shit herself on the floor at the same time. The horrible. And then you're laying in it because you're so sick. Laying in your shit, sopping in the fucking carpet. That's thrown up in your fucking dresser. And just so miserable. It was so horrible. I can't ever have a meatball sub again. God, that's the thing about food poisoning too. When you had food poisoning from some food, you never want to eat that food again. Ever. For the rest of your life. I think for the rest of your life. I think for the rest of my life I will never have a meatball sub, which is a shame. I love meatball subs. But I did not like how sick I got. That's nasty too if you think about food poisoning. Nasty. That is so nasty. Yeah, of course. Everyone, I'm actually kind of concerned about this fact that I was smoking on camera for the first episode, second episode, third episode probably. Because I think people really don't like cigarettes anymore. Which is good. It's good for y'all not to like cigarettes. It's very good. Do not like cigarettes. Cigarettes are fucking stupid. So stupid. But sometimes people do stupid things. And you know, if you didn't like me smoking, I understand. I do. But some things you just have to do for yourself and nobody else. And that's true in a lot of things in life. So you know what? I'm not smoking for you. I'm smoking for me. And you're watching it on camera, so there's no secondhand smoke. There's nothing. I'm not hurting you at all. Actually, I'm keeping you safe because I'm not smoking next to you. I'm smoking on TV, on YouTube, which I might not be able to do either. We haven't figured that out yet. We just have to blur out my smoking or something. Replace it with like wouldn't that be ridiculous? What would you replace it with? Just a large hot dog, maybe. I almost said a large Vienna sausage, but that's just a regular hot dog. A large Vienna sausage is just a regular hot dog. I'm glad canned meat is no longer. I mean, it's a thing, but people don't really eat shit like that anymore. Do they? Please, I think you'd be hard pressed to find someone like on a date or something, come back to your house and be like, I'm so hungry after being drunk. Like, oh, what do we want to eat? And you open up a can of Vienna sausages. Could you imagine? Oh, I'd get sick. That'd make me sick. Ah! The smell of that fucking water. The smell of that fucking... You think hot dog water is bad? Hot dog water is nasty. Okay, I'm going to tell you something. I love hot dogs. I do. And I know that's trashy. I know that's trashy because one time I was having a friend over, drag friend. We were having a rehearsal, and it was during lunchtime. We were during the day, just kicking, like, figuring out some choreography and stuff, and I was like, oh, I'll cook lunch, no problem. I love to cook lunch. We're rehearsing. I start cooking, finish cooking pretty quickly because I was cooking hot dogs. And we sit down, I give her a hot dog, give her two, give myself two, we eat it, we have a fabulous meal, it's great, fabulous. Drinking some sweet tea, having hot dogs. And after the meal, we rehearsed a little bit, and she said, hey girl, I'm gonna tell you something. Right before she left. I was like, what's up? I had such a great time with you today, too. She was like, I had a great time. But don't you ever, don't you ever serve someone hot dogs for lunch again. I said, what? And she was like, girl, don't ever serve hot dogs for lunch for someone. Like, don't. And I was like, what? I mean, okay, but like, what's the problem? And she was like, it just is so... That's something like your mom makes for you. Like, you don't make hot dogs for guests. And I took that to heart, and I've never made hot dogs for anyone besides myself again. And it's probably true. It's probably kind of trashy to be like, yeah, I want hot dogs. But I can believe. Cheetah Daniels, if you ever listen to this, trust me, I've took your advice and I've never served hot dogs ever again to my guests. I've served a hot dog, but no, I've never served hot dogs. But the hot dog water, oh, when you leave that hot dog water out, it can be bottled into a perfume. The hot dog. Disgusting. That's horrible, dude. But okay, then the Vienna sausage water. Can you imagine? Old hot dog water. Pressed, canned. Canned things can last decades. Decades, which is crazy. Can you imagine how bad that water smells? And people just... I'm disgusted. Yeah, can't mean anything no more. Not in my life. If it's in your life, you need to... If it's in your life, you maybe need to rethink your decisions. I'm not judging you as a cigarette smoker, but I think that your consumption of Vienna sausages is problematic. And it hurts me to see you and to smell that. Oh, see, that's where it hurts me. If I ever had to smell that, that's worse than secondhand smoke, I think. That'll make you sick right there. Secondhand smoke, you could smoke for 90 years and not get cancer. And you could never smoke and get lung cancer. So is it really the smoke? I mean, I know it doesn't help. But you can help eating those Vienna sausages because that's fucking nasty. Thanks. Let's take a break. And we're back. You're back with Cupcake. Everyone, I don't know if you're a reader or not, and if you're not a reader, here's the thing. It's fine to not be a reader now in life. Maybe you're older, you don't like to read, but you've got to read some point in your life. I had a friend. I was in a situation where this person was trying to be my friend. We were friends. But he confided in me one night that he had never fully read a book. That, I said, what? And he said he's never read a book. Never fully read a book. Read Cliff Notes. Read parts of things, but never completed a book. I'm no longer friends with that person. I'm not. Because it just said something about their character, you know? I don't know what it said, but I couldn't take it. Couldn't handle it. Never read a book. Strange. But, okay, so right here I have one of my favorite childhood books. I'm going to let you listen to it audio. Oh, yeah, those are the well-worn pages of Judy Blume's Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret. I read this book so much. I checked out from the library at school so much as a child that my librarian called my mother and said, hey, Brady is reading this book and checking it out over and over and over again, and I just wanted to let you know. My mom was like, what is it? Like, Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret. A tale about a girl waiting, begging to get her first period. That's what it was all about. And when it literally ends when she gets her period, show's over. It's all about the lead up to getting her first period. I don't know why I liked it so much as a kid, but I did. I read it a lot. That's ridiculous. Oh, so ridiculous. Oh, my eyes. Everyone, I just did a show, and so, like, you know, after you do a show, it's like, you have so much energy, and then so much just, you sit down, and you're like, fuck, oh my god, I'm telling y'all, see? When I get home from doing a show, I can be wearing the most insane thing. Face covered, everything, things glued on my face, rings, jewelry, everything, kits on my fucking body, everything's fucking, I'm fine. But the second I get home and if I take off one ring, one earring, one nail, I feel the weight of everything. I'm like, oh my god, get this fucking off of me. Holy shit. You know? I don't know, it's such a crazy feeling to be like, all of a sudden you're in reality, you're like, oh my god, my face is all covered, I can barely breathe, I feel like I have the weight of everything on my body. That's what and I'm going to say that now, this is what my definition of drag is. And I'm not fucking Webster, you're choosing to listen to me. I'm not telling you that this is what I'm not telling you this is what the definition of drag is, but my definition personally, when I think, is this person doing drag or is this person not doing drag? Which I don't really say that often at all because I'm not fucking judge or jury. I don't know if someone's doing drag or not. But I believe that drag is a gauntlet. You must be uncomfortable in order to be beautiful. Like, it has to be, you like, nothing about drag is comfortable. You have to be pulling your body in millions of different ways. And then out of this pain comes beauty. I think that's what drag is. That's all drag is. You got to be uncomfortable, and that will create the drag person beauty that you are. But you got to be uncomfortable. All these people that, you know, do your own drag. I'm not going to say anything about that. Do your own drag. I think that you need to be a little uncomfortable. What did I say I was going to talk about? The Casulo and something else?
I think that the book and the Casulo.
The book and the Casulo. Everyone, it's a sad day today in Austin, Texas. A sad day. A landmark hotel in Austin, Texas burnt down yesterday. 3-alarm fire, they said, which I don't know what the different alarms are, because they said it was a 2-alarm and a 3-alarm, so I guess it meant something. Burnt to the ground. And I'm going to tell you, that hotel was raunchy, nasty, but kind of cool. It was one of those hotels that had like hot tubs in the literal room, like a hot tub in the middle of the room with carpet. And it was cheap. You could go in there. It was like, the theme was like Asian fusion, Asian hooker hotel, like geisha hotel a little bit. It was so strange. I shot a music video there. If you want to go see the music video for my Sade, what song was it? Smooth Operator. Yeah, Smooth Operator. It was shot at the Casulo on location. You should check it out. The whole thing's shot right there in one of those trashy ass rooms. We used to get rooms there all the time. It was cheap. It's cheap, and the breakfast was good. But man, it burnt down. And we think those of us in my circle think it could have been for insurance reasons. I'm not claiming anything. Casulo people don't come after me. But you did have a hotel next to it that never got finished, owned by the same people. And it's been 10 years since that thing was trying to be built.
You know what Casulo means?
What does Casulo mean?
Cocoon.
Oh my god, that's kind of creepy, because that hotel had some weird people that were always there. Some people living inside of it. Someone also told me that it had a secret floor, which is crazy. An entire floor that was secret. Because it was a weird building. You couldn't really tell. Like, I think that's so fascinating, like, all about buildings. That there are some buildings, like, in New York and stuff that people have lived in. They're like co-ops, and people have lived in them for so long and, like, taken out walls and added apartments to apartments bottom that they have no idea what the interior looks like anymore. No one has the architects. No one knows what the Dakota in New York. Amazing hotel. John Lennon died out front of it. They used the outside exteriors for Rosemary's Baby. It's a fucking stunning hotel. Oh, wait. Who lives there? Fucking Connie Chung, Steve Madden. Strange group of people live there. Yoko Ono still lives there. They have no idea what it looks like on the inside, because all the apartments have been bought and like then made into one apartment, then taken off, sectioned off. They have no idea what the layout is inside. That's so awesome and exciting. I have a friend who was an escort, and he said he went to the Dakota once to had a client there. It's bougie. You cannot go inside of it. It's like guarded building, but it's gorgeous and strange.
It's like one of the oldest buildings.
Super old. It's like right there on Central Park. It's such a cool building. Yeah, you need to go. If you live in New York or visiting New York, go check out the outside of the Dakota. It's right by an entrance to Central Park. It's super pretty. It's such a cool building, and you can see like the guard. It's crazy outside, and that's where John Lennon was shot, right there. Getting shot. Oh. Also, don't shoot people. Don't do that. Guns are there. They're not going away. But shooting people is stupid and scary. Don't do it. Shoot loads, not people. Yeah, that's my motto. Shoot loads, not people. Okay, everyone. My name's Cupcake. This has been a Stream of Consciousness episode. I hope you have enjoyed yourself. If you're listening to us, hopefully my voice made whatever you were doing a little bit more peaceful or fun, or brightened your day. Or if you wanted some silence, turn me the fuck off. Turn me the fuck off and have some silence. That's fine. It sounds good. That's what I'm going to do. Silence. Bye.